Congratulations, you are thinking about life insurance. It's kind of creepy to think about, and it can be really confusing to sort out the details. We can help. This is the bottom line on how much life insurance do I need? Hi, I'm Pilar Gerasimo with a bottom line expert report on figuring out how much life insurance you really need. Joining me is Tom Henske, partner with Lenox Advisors in New York City. So Tom, life insurance, what is the strategy that someone uses when they're trying to figure out how much life insurance they need?
The number one question I get in when someone's talking about life insurance is, how do I figure out how much I need? Two schools of thought. First could be needs analysis, and needs analysis is where you just tally everything that you're going to need to leave if something was to happen to you. So for example, college funds for the kids, paying off the mortgage, having a pot of money that will throw off an income that will be sufficient. The other school of thought, which I think is the more conservative way, is called human life value. And that entails figuring out what the present value is of your future earnings. Now, what that's going to lead to in most cases is a higher life insurance amount, which is also, by the way, going to correspond to a higher cost, but it is certainly the more conservative way to think about it.
So how about whole life versus term insurance?
Renting versus owning, right? So term insurance is like renting. You pay for the insurance, it lasts for a certain period of time, and most people outlive their term insurance. Whole life insurance lasts for your entire life, much higher outlay for that insurance coverage, but you know that it's going to pay off at some point. The answer is it probably ends up right down the middle, somewhere of having a combination of the two, because over time you want to make sure that you do have a block of insurance in place that lasts for your entire life.
So how frequently does somebody need to review their life insurance policy to see if it needs to be changed?
Well, you know, I'm a financial advisor, so I'm going to tell you every year, but I think you'll probably get away with every 2 to 3 years because, let's face it, things change. So the things that you are protecting in your 20s and 30s might be different than the things that you're protecting in your 50s and 60s. Perfect example, your kids are already off to college, and maybe you don't need to protect for covering that expense in your 60s.
Great. So really any significant life change too would be a trigger.
Absolutely, absolutely. Getting married, having children, buying a home, those are usually some of the triggers that people like to reevaluate their life insurance.
So the bottom line on life insurance, you want to make sure that you've got your loved ones' needs covered well into the future. You probably want to review those needs every few years, and you might consider a combination of term and whole life insurance, so you've got yourself covered now and well into the future. Thank you, Tom Henske, Lenox Advisors. For more smart money advice from top experts, visit bottomlinepersonal.com.